So lost in all, the Vikings have been without Danielle Hunter due to injury all year. Oh yeah, you forget. The Vikings have also been without four-time Pro Bowl and captain linebacker Anthony Barr since he tore his pec week 2 against the Colts. And with a monster contract and sort of, production over the last 2 years, it's fair to speculate if Mike Zimmer's first ever draft pick here with the Vikings will have a future in purple. All right, so here are the 4 options that the Vikings do have with Anthony Barr. Option number 1, keep Anthony Barr. Now, it's possible, given the Zimmer influence as well as his tightness with Eric Kendricks and Harrison Smith. So Barr is headed into year 3 of his 5-year, $67.5 million deal, is due to have a $12.3 million base salary, which would make him the 8th highest paid off-ball linebacker in the league, behind Bobby Wagner, Zach Cunningham, Deion Jones, Miles Jack, Shaq Thompson, Quan Alexander, and Whitney Merciless. But given his marginal production 2019, sort of start to the 2020 year, him ending the season with an injury, as well as the Vikings being able to get out from underneath his contract relatively easily, is it going to be worth it? Plus, is it okay that he's still paid more than Eric Kendricks? I mean, they obviously go way back like chiropractic to UCLA, but also, I mean, Anthony Barr, Pro Bowler, Eric Kendricks, all pro. Vikings are currently $10.6 million in the red versus the projected 2021 cap, but of course, and like we mentioned, due $12.3 million as a base salary, $7.1 million of said base salary is guaranteed on the third day of the new league year, so it's something to keep in mind calendar-wise. Now, if the Vikings do keep him, I think he would be a prime restructure candidate, a la Riley Reiff. Well, no, restructure, clear up some money for the cap, or pay cut candidate a la Riley Reiff. So he may go into it like, okay, well, I'm going to have a lower base salary, but at least some of it will be guaranteed. I can claw some of that back in incentives. It's probably going to be more than I would get in the open market if I went somewhere either in free agency or they trade me somewhere. And also I can stay in this defense, which is really important to me. So, maybe. Next up, option number 2 the Vikings have with Anthony Barr. Trade 55. All right, so the obvious trade candidate would be the Jets. Now, it's a different situation than Kirk Cousins and the Jets, because when Kirk Cousins was a free agent in 2018 and was sniffing around the Jets, that's when former GM Mike McCagnon was in power. So, 2019, though, it was the first year, the first free agent cycle for Joe Douglas, who currently is the Jets GM. Will he be the Jets GM next year? I don't know, but he was fully in on Anthony Barr, was ready to plop down all the dough, so there could still be something there. They still might be interested, even though they did pony up and pay C.J. Mosley, the former Ravens linebacker, 5 years, $85 million after the Barr deal didn't work out. Other candidates would be the Raiders, who always, why he's so obsessed with me? They always love Mike Zimmer's defense. Colts were rumored to be on Barr last free agency cycle. Cleveland with Stefanski would make a lot of sense, as well as potentially any other team that sees him either as an outside linebacker in a 4-3, 3-4, or even as a full-time edge. We'll get into that in a sec. Next up, option number 3, the Vikings have with Anthony Barr. Cut Anthony Barr. So if they can't find a trade partner and no restructure or no pay cut, so he is due that $12.3 million as a base. $7.8 million would be dead due to his prorated signing bonus if they cut him before the third day of the new league year, which would free up $7.7 million in cap space. Now they could make him a post-June 1st designated cut, so they could spread that out. But so this could be an option if the Vikings do want to save a little bit against the cap, as well as if they do decide to extend Eric Wilson, who's been filling in for Anthony Barr. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent this offseason, so could be some options there. So it's either going to be UCLA, or Eric and Eric going forward. Kind of interesting. Lastly, option number 4 the Vikings have with Anthony Barr. Convert Anthony Barr. So we've been clamoring for this for a while, using Barr more as an edge, which was his natural position, because more than just a double A-gap blitzer, using him on the edge more as either a true defensive end or a blitzing outside linebacker, or you mix in some multiple front looks. Don Capers, hey, why are you here, man? Why are you here? So Anthony Barr at UCLA, because remember, he used to be a running back his first couple of years. But then UCLA converted him to a defensive end, and he rushed from the edge, and he racked up 23.5 sacks and 41.5 tackles for loss over only 26 games. He's got that length, he's got speed, and you just think of what he could have been as an edge rusher if they kept him there and working with Patterson that entire time. But if they had kept him there, maybe the Vikings don't draft some guy named Danielle Hunter in the 3rd round, 2015. I don't know, but butterfly effect. But Danielle will be back next year at full health, and then I do believe in Nafadi and Wanham and Brailford and potential rookies TBD. But if he is kept around, and if they also keep Wilson, which conceivably they could, right? There's always money in the banana stand. They work something out. They keep Eric Wilson, pair him up with Eric Kendricks, and then Barr just becomes sort of a rover on defense. We'll love to see that. And if he is back, ideally at a lower salary, utilizing him as an asset in the pass rush game should and could happen. So it's TBD. Yeah, but yeah, the Vikings do have a lot of decisions to make. Anthony Barr, I mean, he still is firmly in his prime, but at that price point, I don't know. But what sounds like the best option for you with Anthony Barr and the Vikings going forward? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.